Okay, Creative Control is a different sort of film. It tries to be very high classy because it's done in black and white. You first have an ad executive who has essentially a horrible kind of poisonous life. He's got a girlfriend that loves him who does yoga. And they occasionally have those conversations that you hear people have that you want to kind of punch both of them in the face. Because one time she was on the internet, it's like, they're cutting off the arms of people who are working in this mine, and maybe what you're doing for this company is actually contributing to that. And he was like, wait, what? So this is kind of all those people that you really don't like together in a film. Unless you're one of those people at which point, if that's how you are, if you're like verbally abusive, because that's like the cool thing to do. Again, I live pretty much in the middle of nowhere in the Midwest, so I don't understand the large city ways of talking to each other, treating everybody like crap. But you have an executive who kind of loves his pseudo best friend who's a photographer. He kind of really digs his girlfriend. And he begins to fulfill that fantasy through the use of essentially a quasi-virtual reality set of glasses. So they look at her, and they're able to recreate essentially a 3D model of her. So he's loving his friend's girlfriend through a pair of glasses, while at the same time being kind of a petulant child to his current girlfriend, and his life is pretty much miserable. But he's got a lot of money. And his girlfriend's the weird, kind of earthy, pseudo-flighty type. And all of his people that he knows are kind of jerks. I almost think that part of the message is that we've gotten so divorced from human interaction that we use the synthetic interactions. And as they're describing what these glasses are going to do, it's like, oh, you're going to do whatever you want. It's going to be like a brand new style of reality as you're walking around. You know what's a cool style of reality? Reality. Reality is pretty cool. Real things are actually pretty cool. It's not like, check out my bottle of virtual water. Yeah, it's really good. Actual water. Actual water is pretty good. Cool, refreshing. Not like, hit Q and then U to have your, have your avatar and buy some water. So that aspect was kind of interesting. But it doesn't really push that aspect. It's more or less kind of, even though we're so super connected, we're still undeniably isolated. It also kind of hits at the idea of, we constantly need something right now. We need an almost automatic gratification, which is one of the reasons why our society is kind of decaying. Because the ability that we don't have any sort of way of possessing the willpower to put away for something tomorrow, we could have something today, was interesting. But they don't really focus on that. So I think it's probably more of the way that I saw what they were doing with my mindset of being a Midwesterner. And I'm pretty sure people who are from larger cities probably went, oh yeah, that reminds me of Chuck. That's totally Chuck. So, interesting movie. I think that it has some unique aspects to it. But the fact that almost every character, except for I think his name Reggie McFadden, who's awesome. Just fantastic. A little bit of time he's in there, he does a really good job. Everyone just kind of comes off like really horrible people who have lots of money, who treat each other like dirt, who are potentially addicted to their own self-abuse and debasement.